Whoa, English.
English in my Japanese game.
English. B's and V's are the same letters, so are L and R.
Alright.
Which naming option got the most donations?
Yeah, who are you naming it? J6. Josh.
Everything is good.
Josh. Ross.
Oh, I feel the power. Every time you do a run with that name, I become stronger.
Well, I think it's going to be one run.
Is he the king of the rocks pirates?
I have, little did you know, I have a second middle name. I'm Joshua Allen D. Elmer.
Here's my water. Can you get my water, please? Thank you.
It's part of the rock. Yeah, rocks.
Joe, that's my one.
I have the will of. I have the will of D.
Alright, we ready?
Who is D? What is their will?
Caleb, are we good to go?
Caleb.
Okay, do you want to be on the timer?
Oh gosh.
Let Ryan do it. Ryan's got a big brain.
It's on the left.
Yeah, just make sure it's selected. And then it's.
So you gotta click it.
Yeah, just click it, and then space bar to start it.
Okay.
Alright, you ready, guys?
3, 2,
1,
go!
But should I unselect it? No.
no, it's
No, it's
fine.
fine.
You can just keep it.
Alright, guys.
Just don't touch it ever again.
So this run is a really crazy run. So this is Skyward Sword, the original for the Wii, released in 2011, and for most of its history was one that was very unbreakable. For most of its history, it was in the longest 3D Zelda speedrun, but over the past 2 years, it's become more into the middle of the pack. It has been a lot more broken since around 2019, and so you're going to see a run that used to be about 5 hours. Hopefully we beat it in under 2 hours tonight. I'm hoping to beat it right around an hour 50 is the goal. So, to start off the run, a few things. We are playing on a Hero Mode file. Hero Mode allows us to skip cutscenes.
Die faster.
Yes, we could die faster, which is going to, you'll see very quickly that that'll be a benefit, being able to die faster. And then also we get the extra powerful Skyward Strike right at the beginning, which is nice. For some reason, even though we're on Hero Mode, we still need to go through this tutorial to know how to jump and climb and whatnot.
Do you know how much faster Hero Mode is?
It saves a lot of time. And
cutscenes are slow in this game.
And not only does skipping cutscenes just benefit time-wise, it's actually required for this speedrun, for the route, and you'll see why later on. It's actually a requirement to be able to beat this game quickly, like as in the fastest route in Hero Mode. It's actually a requirement.
Watch out, Joe. If you turn the console off and back on, you'll have to get that stamina fruit prop.
That's right.
Alright, so I mentioned that dying is going to be a benefit to us in the speedrun. We're going to be dying a lot. So the main glitch in this game is known as Back in Time, and this is a glitch I just talked about in my Twilight Princess run. It's a shared glitch between Twilight Princess and the Wind Waker. In Twilight Princess, it has a fair amount of use, for sure. In Wind Waker, it doesn't have any use at all.
Till Kian finds it this year.
Yeah, but in this game, it has a ton of use. It basically allows us to go into a bunch of basically glitch extensions, you could call them, that all stem from being able to do Back in Time. And it all starts with killing Link. In Twilight Princess, it's done with a Void Out, which is nice because it's a lot faster to do.
You
But
can't
this
avoid
game-
out in Skyloft though, because they grab you.
Yes, and funny you mention that. That's the reason that we could do Back in Time. If we didn't get the cutscene where they bring us back or whatever, we would just endlessly fall. So,
Oh.
so to do Back in Time, we're going to be continuing and then restarting our console. And unlike Twilight Princess, it's very lenient in this game. It's pretty hard to miss it, to be honest, except for a few areas.
Twilight Princess is 1 frame, right?
Yeah, Twilight Princess, it's frame perfect. In this game, you have like almost like a full second. In most areas, it's actually, some areas it's different. But anyway, first thing I did there was I copied over to my file 3. I'm now going to introduce something called Back in Time Magic. This is where we take elements from our file and apply them to back in time. So I bonked into that tree with file 3. That opened this gate up here. I'm now going to... oopsies. I'm now going to delete my third file and then save on my third file. And this is going to create a corrupted file. So you're going to notice here on my third file, it looks a little bit weird right now. The dates before some of you were even born. I was personally born. I was a 90s boy, but some of you were not born yet.
I was there.
You were there, Ryan?
I was.
Oh, lovely times. Those were.
And I actually did a tiny bit of studying on Back in Time to provide some insight.
I love it.
Yeah, so Back in Time has a lot of fun stuff with the files. Basically, it's all memory values that are tied to flags in the scenes.
I gotta restart.
So,
The whole run?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay.
rip.
What happened?
Don't worry.
Don't worry.
Okay, so, okay. It'll be fine. Shoot. So what I accidentally did there was I loaded my state of my file into the goddess statue, which I did not want to do that. This game is very easy to
Irreversibly fuck.
Yes. We will get through it. We will be fine. I shouldn't have screwed that up. I have never done that before, so I'm a little bit nervous about this run, but we'll be good.
Can we get a poggers, Josh?
No. I'm not saying it again tonight. We're done. Maybe once during my run.
That's pretty pog of
Poggers.
you,
Monka S.
Josh.
Monka W.
White people sad.
White people happy.
Tyler 1.
Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Anyone want to check out the screen?
What does it say?
Don't worry about it.
Nothing.
Surprise,
Can we just put that on the camera?
No.
Over his face.
I put it down. We'll put it on the right side.
I didn't get hydrated. That was the problem. So what I did. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to load the file once I entered, and I accidentally loaded it early.
It's because you don't have the strap on.
That's probably it. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do this again. We'll do it right this time. We were only 2 minutes into the run, so we're
So
good.
when's your first instance of
4
reverse bit
minutes.
magic?
That'll be was about to happen.
Okay. I watched a fucking 40-minute video on this shit.
All right, here we go. All right,
3, 2,
2,
1, go!
Alright.
Woo!
No more Josh Wax.
Oh, I forgot to do Josh. I
I don't
my
become
hand.
stronger anymore.
That's what was holding us back.
Yeah, I was siphoning all
was
of your
wrong.
speeds.
Okay. So round 2, we had a little bit trip up. If it seems like I'm not explaining things, it's because I just did because we had a little trip up the first time. Anyway, Skyward Sword once again. Hero mode, all the good stuff. I didn't mention this last time. So this guy right here, we were talking to him. This is going to. We basically just need the game to remember that we've talked to him. I'll leave it at that for now.
Yeah.
Bye, beta boy.
He will be very important for back in time use later.
He's my favorite character.
Is he Pippin or Fledge? I can't remember.
Oh, cool. I'd drown.
I don't remember.
Cool, I think I'd drown.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
No, Pippin's the senior, right? With the yellow?
Oh.
He's gotta be Fledge, right? He's Fledge.
This is Japanese.
Yes, we are playing Japanese.
Just
There's
using
no
English
differences between the versions besides the text speed. So that's the only benefit. And the text really does matter in this game because there's no quick text unlike the HD version. It's all scroll, and so you pretty much have to know how long each text box is to be completely optimal, which is kind of annoying. back to where we were for the most part. We're
This
just
is
gonna,
normally like a 8-minute cutscene.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
that's-
right.
So thankfully we could skip all the cutscenes. So get back to where
Zelda
we were.
tries to murder us.
Yes.
What have you done?
It also establishes that in this game, Zelda
What
and
have
Link
you
love
done?
each other. A
Yes.
lot.
That's why she's the best Zelda.
I'd like you to know
Affection
Caleb
turned.
is mixing Sprite and
So in
red beer.
Japanese, do they
back
still
here.
call them Link and Zelda? Or do they
I think so.
Japanese?
Yes.
You get
Alright.
it.
So back to back in time here.
What's
So
going on?
Oh,
Caleb
just
is
that-
mixing
They're-
Sprite and red.
What are you doing?
What are you guys doing back there?
He's mixing.
They're mixing Sprite and root beer.
Okay.
Oh, good God.
You'll have fun.
That's
We're gonna do back in time here again.
Yeah, this is more interesting.
Looked pretty good.
So Josh mentioned a glitch known as reverse back in time magic.
That's where you take back in time stuff.
And reply to a file. So we're going to be doing that in this one. That is the big glitch that was found in 2019 that basically just made the game what it is today. So let's do this right this time.
Simplest version to explain the file stuff that happens. Every stage has a bunch of event flags on them, or something flags that they're called. And it's basically anytime you do something, it trips a flag. That's how the game remembers that, like, you unlocked a shortcut or grabbed an item or whatever. So depending on, but the thing is, between different maps, they use the same values. So the same spots in memory are affected.
Yep.
So that's why bonking a tree can open that door for that reason with the files. But basically, this allows you to be back in time. You can change something, like bonk into something, move something, open a door,
Yeah.
and then if you do the file fuckery, the magic part, it will have carried over into the new zone you load,
Yeah.
which lets you skip. I don't know exactly what it lets you skip in certain areas because I've only ever seen like the first 20 minutes of this run.
So right here is where I messed up last time. So I need to load file 1, then we'll be good. I'm going to take out my sword here. I'm going to charge it, start my file, and then the game is going to give me the sword. So this is an example of reverse back in time magic, reverse bit magic, bit meaning back in time. So it doesn't look like I have a sword, but I actually do. I just need to reload the area. So what happened, Josh kind of explained, I took an element from back in time and applied it to my file. And so that was a very basic use of the reverse bit magic technique. So you're going to see after I go skip this cutscene that I will have a sword on my back.
And in other places, it lets you do things like open the Lake
Yeah.
Floria
Yeah,
gate.
so we'll get into that later, but it's what in this instance, this was known as a story flag, which is an area-independent flag, meaning that in order to achieve that action, I need to actually do that action at that location. So it gave me the sword, which what it should do. But in other areas, we're going to do stuff that is a little bit weird, and we'll get into that later on. But yeah, now we're just going to go rescue the Loftwing.
Now we're gonna go find a bird we didn't know was gone.
Yeah.
What's the Loftwing's name?
Steve.
Do we ever name it?
Crimson Loftwing.
I don't think you ever name it.
That's
None
sad.
of the Loftwings have names.
What?
You
Do
did
we
name
name
Epona,
Epona,
and-
but not
In
his?
Twilight Princess, you could name Epona.
Yeah.
What?
But you see,
Oh, you
Joe
missed
has
the chest,
skipped
Joe.
helping out a cat, meaning he does not have 20 rupees he could have had.
We will get 20 rupees later. That's the
Joe has not acquired
Look out.
optimal wealth.
It's a bat.
It's keys.
For movement in this game, a lot of
Reese's
times
Pieces.
I will be using like the extra stamina I have like into loading zones, because basically you want to use as much stamina as you can, so if I go into a loading zone, I will roll as much as I can if I'm getting close.
Approximately how much time do you lose by naming your file Josh Rocks for text scroll?
4 minutes, 25 seconds.
Not very much, like maybe 10 seconds or less. Probably 5 seconds, honestly.
Hell yeah, I'm a rounding error. Like the entire country of Switzerland.
We got the Loftwing right here.
If only someone had a sword.
Oh,
That would be very helpful.
alright. So now we gotta go through the Lockwind tutorial, which is essentially just an auto-scroller. But I will say this about the Lockwind tutorial. This will not be the last time that we see it. I will leave it at that.
You're gonna restart the run again.
That's not very much!
Ice cold, Josh.
I mean, that's the simplest solution.
I suppose that would be the simplest solution. We won't be doing a simple solution.
Occam's
Anyway.
razor? I don't know which one it is. Oh yeah, I know that distinctive cough.
How you doing, Colin?
We haven't heard Colin in
I think I'm gonna fuck in for a while.
You're clocking?
I am tired.
Sounds like it.
Alright.
I'm glad you could watch it, Colin.
So I'm gonna just save
I'm glad I was able to join you guys for a while at least.
Yeah.
Sure.
If you're feeling insomniac, Mario Odyssey at around 9 o'clock, probably 9:30, 9 o'clock, who knows.
Alright, so I'm doing
If you want to
a
check out
save
Mario
work here,
Odyssey.
and this is because I don't really want to do the wing ceremony or anything, so I'm just going
Oh,
to
the wing
select
ceremony
the
bird, actually.
corrupted file, and on the corrupted file, everything is set to a value of 0, which includes our health. So
Alright.
we naturally just die.
That's so we
What
can
do you think
back
we're
in
gonna
time
do?
faster.
Back in time.
Gotta get back in time.
Alright. So for
Time
this
paradox.
one, we want to
Vision mailed.
place
Yes.
the tablet to spawn the Farron pillar in back in time so that we can skip pretty much everything. So to do this one, we want to bog into that sucker. And that, so bog into that tree with file 2, we'll do bit magic to open up this gap here, heading toward the goddess statue. And so, last time I messed up by accident, I did what I was supposed to do right now. So right here, I'm going to actually load my file 1 state into the goddess statue here. And so now I should just appear. Good.
Hey, look, a sword.
And now I basically have bypassed the wing ceremony, meeting 5, all the other stuff. And so now we're pretty much done. Yeah, now we're pretty much done with Skylab for the most part. We just have a few little cutscenes and dialogue to get through, and then we can dive down to Farron.
You skipped Zelda and Link almost kissing.
Yeah, dude.
And then she tried to murder you again.
Yeah.
Except you have a parachute this time.
So all you really need in order to leave here is the Goddess Sword. We have to rescue the Loftwing and then Farronville.
Skyward Sword, but you don't have to rescue the Loftwing.
Yeah.
This Link flies through the power of anger alone.
Oh! Can't do one without
Oh, fuck your plants. Bonk 2.
So we get to talk to our little friend again. We don't need to talk to him this time, but he chooses to approach us.
Give us the adventure pouch. Your blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah, give it to us, bud. So yeah, he'll give us the adventure pouch.
Sounds pretty useful to me.
Yeah. You can't read it, but that's what it says.
You know, this is probably like the best Zelda game, purely because Link actually is like wearing chainmail. He's defended.
Alright, one last little pit stop we're gonna make here.
No, I think he's got an Twilight Princess as well. Never mind.
And we're gonna just grab a shield here.
In Twilight Princess, he can get invincible armor.
Yeah, as long as you have money.
But in Ocarina of Time, he doesn't have pants on as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That protects
true.
him the most.
Shorts are comfy and easy to
So I just got a
You gotta be
shield.
wearing spats under there.
You probably are gonna forget that I even got a shield, to be completely honest. That's how long it's gonna be until I use
You get a shield.
it.
Good old wooden shield.
Yeah.
The old wooden
Who
shield.
needs it?
I love how the wooden shield looks when you've upgraded it.
It's like all reinforced.
Yeah, I love the upgrades in this game. I think it's neat. Dive onto the island. I'm so close.
Alright, so right here I'm going to try to do a cutscene skip. So normally, fee, fi, fo, fum, whatever way you prefer to pronounce it. Normally she tells you all about the landing procedure and whatnot, but we don't really need to know about that.
Yeah, we don't need to know how to land.
So what we're going to do instead is we're going to dive off at a certain time. And the cutscene will only play if we're on the Loftwind, so if I can dive and get over the Farron pillar, I can just get into the and trigger the trigger the cutscene that is falling into Farron.
That's genius.
It saves about 5 to 10
Through
seconds.
the butthole of the clouds.
That's a little bit of a slow attempt, but definitely still save probably 5 seconds.
Wow. You have to do that every time?
What's that?
You have to do that every time you come here?
No, that cutscene trigger leaves.
Man, imagine if there was some weird like transform mechanic in this game, so we could see like horrific wolf human Link falling through the sky.
So getting now that we're in Farron, this next section of the run, about 10 to 15 minutes, is going to be the only like consistently normal section, or sort of normal, I guess. We're going to do what you'd expect, getting the slingshot, getting the sky view. There's going to be no back in time, but then once we get to sky view, we're going to be really busting this game up quite a bit. But a little bit of break from the back in time for a little bit.
Wow, you actually have to play the game for a while?
Yeah, I know, right?
Lame.
So, since if you were really paying attention to when we fell, we actually pulled out the sailcloth that we never got. So Link will default to taking the sailcloth out, falling from the sky, but we don't have it in normal play, so we do have to take the damage. So we'll be running around with 2 hearts for a while. But it'll be useful later.
Damn, what an ominous and funky rock.
Yeah.
Should go poke it.
Do a skyward stab.
Huh.
I've done it. I've broken
And,
the enemy AI.
One funny thing here, so since we don't have the sailcloth, it's going to look kind of funny when Link goes
Hit it
into the
once.
these air vent things here.
You can still go up on them.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, it's pretty
cool.
pretty funny.
And then it kills me when I try to break it up.
Thankfully, you can still go up, otherwise it might not even be faster. It's
Gosh,
good.
how rude.
You have to run all the way up. So he just sort of flails his hands in the air. Having a good time.
It's a pretty neat door.
We're in frame. So, I mentioned that this is a pretty normal section of the run or whatever, like not much going on, but there's a pretty hard trick coming up. And
Oh shit, I know that. Oh god, good luck, Joe.
I'm really scared about this. So Impa over here, this old lady.
Hey, who? We don't know who this is.
Oh yeah, we don't know what this is. Sorry, spoilers. First I'm gonna grab this potion for later.
Easiest glass bottle ever.
So she's going to make us place this beacon on our map, and she's very, very strict about where it's placed on the map. So hopefully we get this first try. I expect a huge round of applause if I get this first try.
Dude,
And I expect you all,
beacon place is impossible. Literally revolutionized.
it's pretty
the
much
run
the
right
hardest
now.
thing in the game. Like, I don't know how people get past this point.
I'm holding ready.
Pressure's on now. Alright, here she's gonna take out the map. So we gotta place it on that X. Can we do it?
Wow. Not good enough.
No, it's not good enough. Hey!
First try.
Well,
Second try.
it might have worked the first time. There was a little bit of X. So it depends. Basically, it can't be out of bounds, and it has to be like on the platform it's supposed to be on. So like, there can technically be some X showing, depending on where on the exit is.
And now you know where to go once
And
you're
also,
outside.
it's going to really this cutscene here gives me Ball and Chain vibes, if you know the Twilight Princess run. It's going to make it really clear where this beacon is. Where is it, guys? Can you see it?
Can you
Oh,
see the beacon?
yeah.
La Becaña?
One funny thing about it is you could actually, in that time before opening that door to come outside,
Take the beacon away.
you could take the beacon away. I actually used my stamina away. You can actually take the beacon away and it'll just, here's the sky.
It'd be pretty cool if you could like go live in the sky.
That's rude.
Alright, so that's where the extra powerful Skyward Sword comes into play right there. I was able to take out that pack of Bokolmans there.
And look at that funky and welcoming rock. I'm going to describe everything I can as funky and adjective rock. Look at the funky and archaeological rock next to him.
We're assumed we're gonna be soon approaching the lovely Kikwi's, everyone's favorite creature in Skyward Sword. We're getting close. Oh, look at that beacon!
Oh,
Look at that beacon!
Caleb
I'm
has
really,
screwed up.
you know what? I'm really glad that we had that beacon because there was so many different paths we could have taken through the forest so far.
Yeah,
I
you
definitely
climbed
could
up
have
the
gotten
vines.
lost so far. I
You
mean,
climbed up to the vines on the other side.
oh yeah, you're right.
Caleb,
You're
I screwed up.
What's up?
I didn't say run complete into the mic when he finished the jump off the tower run.
Oh, man.
That's right.
Dude, my perfect record is Skull.
No.
Well, technically, there's nothing stopping me from doing it once another run is started.
Yeah. I interacted with that bird statue there. Just so I could fall to that area later.
Nice. Oh, it's that one sound effect.
Here's our friend.
Oh, dude, you got a golden skull?
I'm not gonna get it.
Pick it up.
No.
Dude,
Do
it's
we need it?
valuable. It's like a shiny.
Rare.
So thankfully, not all of the. We have to find 4 Kikwi's. Thankfully, they don't all get this scared, where we have to like go on this giant mission to find it. Another thing about Skyward Sword, there's a lot of opportunity to kind of like control the conversation, I guess, with responses, and they could really affect like how much text is on speed or on like added, like depending on what option you select. So,
Sarcastic route only.
yeah, so
Nice hair.
you really gotta know which way to go because it could really actually add a lot of time sometimes, like up to 20 seconds, like for just one missed text box. All right, so listen carefully when I bump into this here.
I'm not in a cookie
If you
mood.
listen carefully, it really sounds like he's saying "F you." Just listen carefully. First, before we hear that again, I'm going to do something that you probably didn't do at home.
Dude, can I get one?
Catch things.
So you can take on this rope early, and then listen again.
Overrated. Crap. Sorry.
Okay.
So they're saying "F you."
I got you.
Okay.
Catching things has never been on my skill proficiency list.
You know what? I'm gonna grab one too.
All right.
Getting the full $8 out of these boxes of fruit snacks.
Here it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do too whenever she comes out in my mind. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Damn, just hates good characters.
what's good about it?
Yeah, would you
Bad
take
taste.
her or Navi?
I take her over Navi only because she has some sort of backstory.
Alright.
Like she has something for her. Like
Navi was dispatched by the great Deku tree.
All right. Anyway.
The great Izuku Midoriya tree. God, there are gonna be fucking kids who are like, oh my god, I can't believe they named this tree after Izuku Midoriya from My Hero Academia. And I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to do it. I'm just gonna DDoS the world.
Good.
What are we doing now, Jay?
So we're gonna go find all the Kikwi's and get the slingshot. So kind of what you'd expect. We're able to take a faster route though, because we were able to knock down that rope early. So a little bit different route than you'd probably normally take.
That's why I couldn't do what you did when I did my run.
Yeah, so we take a bit of a quicker route. So we got
And by run, I mean played through this area.
We got another pack of Bokobans here. So we're gonna hopefully get another nice Skyward Strike to hit them all.
Yeah, Bokobans are masters of disguise.
Very good.
Because they weren't there, and then they were.
So I wonder what we have to do here.
Probably encourage him to face his own fears.
And now, guess who's gonna talk to us? There's a 100% chance he's in the tree! Probably what she said, or something like that.
Actually,
I don't know.
I think Kikwis are asexual.
Alright. So that was the second one. The last two that we have to find don't take nearly as long. They don't have as much to them, really. Oh, hello. I say it all the time too in the mind to her. Alright. Rope time. I hate the ropes in this game. I don't think Zelda's ever gotten ropes correct. They're just a different kind of bad in every game, pretty much.
When I was a kid playing Wind Waker, I didn't know you could move the camera on the
Oh,
rope.
that one, that'd be terrible. Dude, the camera doing that. Oh,
So I did all that freaking Nico minigame
without moving,
without
that'd be
moving the
awful.
camera.
Oh, dude. Hello.
Do you fall when you're out of stand by this game?
Yes. So I'm gonna try. Oh, I messed it up. So there's a trick you can do here to make the Kikui not move. So you break, or you cut just some of the grass to just reveal part of the Kikui, and then you break the rest of the grass, and it'll basically just, you can interact with it right away. You don't have to watch it crawl around.
Damn, look at that funky and bombable rock.
Yeah. Too bad we don't have bombs.
You get bombs?
We go.
Are you gonna go back in time to get them?
No. Well, we will use back in time to get to where the bombs are faster.
Back in time, back in space.
Alright, so coming up to the last Kikui here.
Back together for a speedrun race. Thank you very much.
Master of disguise.
I think that one's pretty safe from monsters.
Yeah.
No, that one was in danger, can't you tell?
Monsters will pathfind around the hole.
I'm in buck. Normally I'd roll there, but I had a bad angle. And now we get to go talk to the Kikui Elder. I hope all of your deep, rumbling voices are ready. Here he is. Q.
I love how the bulb doesn't grow with them, implying that it's either like a form of clothing, and this guy just a freak who still wears like his diaper from when he was 1, or that it's like a separate organism. That's like, nah, I'm at my size, man. Actually, all Kikuis start that big, and then they get smaller as the blood consumes them. They kind of Benjamin Button.
Oh gosh.
You're actually standing on the true youngest Kikui.
The
It's just massive. The Earth is just a massive Kikui.
Alright, so now we got the slingshot, we can make our way to Skyview. Time to break this game open again.
Hey, you can press down on the D-pad to do something.
Can you?
Yeah,
I don't really want to talk
You
to
go
her.
dousing with C
button.
Yeah,
C buttons.
C button.
See, quick. Find out where you need to go.
Oh, do I need to know?
Find out where Zelda is.
I don't think I can find her.
Come on, man.
Can you? Are you sure?
Ah.
Wow, nice shot, Joe.
Can't even shoot a single arrow again.
That wasn't cannon, it wasn't.
Let alone a rope. Oh.
Ah, caves.
Alright, so coming up is a pretty cool
Funky
trick.
and open rocks.
We're gonna try to do a trick
That guy's
into
mysterious.
Skyview early. Hopefully we get it. Otherwise we gotta kind of do the dumb little roundabout thing we gotta do. But hopefully we get this. First thing I gotta do is stun this Bokoblin here.
He's gonna do the thing.
Boko Boblin.
He's gonna do the thing.
And then this one I'm just gonna kill it. So over here, there's going to be one of the cubes that you normally Skyward Strike. You can see it up at the top of the screen there. It's up by a Goron, and those trigger a cutscene if you hit them. So what we're going to try to do is use this Bokoblin down here to hit the cube from down here. And because of our extra powerful Skyward Strike, we can actually reach it, hopefully. I can't see him now. Oh no, I might have to go around. Very unfortunate.
Yes!
Oh,
Very
nice.
good. Very good.
Also,
And now
narrow,
Link is there.
narrow chasm area, enemy, backflip, attack at enemy.
Okay, so I.
This is just sword and shield skip.
So I was a little bit off there the first couple of attempts, and if you're off, it's kind of hard to reposition them. But right here, I'm gonna try cutscenes. Oh, I'm gonna miss it. Oh yeah. So if I accidentally jumped off straight. I was supposed to go at an angle a little bit. It's hard to because it's such a narrow little part to jump off. It's hard to get an angle. So you have to watch this cutscene here.
You gotta know that's a door.
But yeah, she's got to tell us all this. The dumbest thing about this cutscene is that it doesn't refill your stamina, so we're stuck with what we had. For some reason, this one in particular does not refill your stamina, so we're stuck with not much left.
That means
But
somebody.
we had enough for this. End of Skyview.
There's some bits.
We're gonna do back in time right away again.
How many bits did you just donate?
Yeah, people need to donate bits, otherwise this game isn't
Alright.
possible to complete.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna introduce something called bit warping. So back in time warping. Yep, I know why you're laughing.
How many bits we got?
Shush. Several. So
can
the
skip parts of the
fastest
game by
way
giving
to
bits.
die right now is using this keys over here. So we're actually gonna let it eat us up over here. Hey bud.
1 sec. I will figure out how many bits we have. Don't worry, guys.
Wow, you're bad, Joe.
I'm really bad. This is where the I'm bad at this game jokes come in. Okay.
Oh, Joe.
All right. So
Get enough bits.
So we're gonna do back in time again. First thing we're gonna do is actually delete our corrupted file. We just don't need it anymore. We're gonna need back in time. We're gonna need all 3 files, and for other things. And unfortunately, we just can't use that constant. It's a nice. It was nice to able to die really quickly, but it's just we can't keep using it unfortunately just because of everything we gotta do. We're going to do a bit warp here. So this is where we take our coordinates from back in time and apply them to our file. So we're going to do this by saving and continuing a file. At the same time, it's going to take our coordinates from back in time, apply them to the Skyview map, and we're about 2/3 through the dungeon.
Alright.
So a few things. You're going to notice things are kind of not loaded. There's no rope there. There's usually a spider here. So we have to reload the area. So to do that, we have to go in and out of this room over here, which unfortunately is a room that has an enemy that has a locked door, so we have to beat it. And we only have to beat it we actually do have one other thing we're going to do in here, but only because it's convenient.
Alright.
And so right here, we're going to break these things. We just basically need the game to remember that we broke those. I'll explain it more later. There's going to be a couple of those in Skyview where we just needs certain things to align in memory in a very, very specific way for stuff coming up.
As a note, unfortunately, this is for the HD version, but Skyward Sword has about 6 times 10 to the 10th bits.
Okay. So right there, that spider dodge is like the scariest thing.
Yeah, that one fucks you up.
Because you will die to that spider, and dying in Skyview is very costly because you'll have to do the entire back in time sequence again and come all the way back here. So we don't want to die in Skyview. If we die, we're going to save right before getting the boss key. If we die after that point, it's not as big a deal, but if we die before getting the boss key, it's pretty costly.
And now we will get the item that completely invalidates the slingshot.
Yeah.
But it's also the best item in the game, so it's okay.
I disagree. Whip, dude. Whip is so good.
The whip.
Dude, I love the whip.
What about the...
I will remove every third leg
The
from
Gus
that trip.
Fellows.
Dude, Gus Fellows is good too.
Okay.
Oh,
Y'all
he
don't
debated it.
deserve Barry,
Barry?
the beetle.
I call him Barry.
Bertrand, Reginald. I can't remember what I used to call him, so I give him a new name.
So just a Stelphos fight there to get the beetle.
Beetle the beetle. That's what I want back. I want the beetle back.
Do you get to see Beetle in this one?
No, we
So
don't.
there are underwater levels.
I love getting kicked out of shit.
Yes.
You didn't buy anything. Is it because my business
Yeah.
model's bad? No, it's the
Alright.
consumers who are wrong.
Yeah.
So for flying the beetle, we want to get up to our highest point first, and then fly an even plane after that, because even plane flying is slightly faster than when you go up or down at an angle.
Gotta save those
You
milliseconds.
gotta save
I'd
those.
like to note that because Beetle doesn't have a loft wing, and doesn't live on Skyloft, he's clearly some kind of like outcast. He's a Kane-like figure.
How do you know he doesn't have a left?
Why would he? Well, we never see it.
Yeah.
He never references having a loft wing.
Alright, so that rupee I got there, I told you we'd get 20 rupees. That's another example. We just need to align things in memory in a very specific way. It'll be coming up soon. But we just need the game to remember that we got that. Right here, I'm going to take a safety strat. I need to go across these ropes and not die. And I'm going to take a strat, do a strat here where I get the attention with the beetle here. So he'll come over before, so I can just Skyward Strike him. I normally would just walk across and like trip him. Wow, that missed. Make him like fall off by like shaking the rope, but I don't want to chance that today because if I die, it'd be bad. And we're about to save right after this rope, so I'd rather just take it safe.
It's a character that needs to show up in more games of Zelda. Lineback. I like him.
Yeah, lineback's good.
He's okay.
He's a main character and then a shopkeep.
Alright.
And that's it.
So we're doing a save warp here. We're going to be copying our third file to our third file. This will be for back in time use right after Skyview that we'll need. So nothing more than that for now. So now we're going to be basically just going to beat the dungeon. We got to go with the boss key. Boss key is pretty close to the boss room. Most Skyward Sword dungeons, the boss key is relatively close to the boss room actually for the most part. And this is not an exception to that. And this is where you get to see the ropes that I despise. I hate this little section here.
If you hate him, figure out a skip, man.
He did it.
Well, that's not the hard part.
Oh, I think it is.
That's gonna miss. Oh.
That one was iffy.
Alright, so normally there's those vines to the right there. And normally you'd go back across the rope. We're gonna try to take the ropes back, which is kinda tricky. So we gotta wait for this rope here. Really? I didn't wait long enough? Alright, that's fine.
Alright, yeah, we safe. We're good. I stopped myself. We're good.
Yeah.
Amazing. Fantastic.
You're on thin ice.
I only got the first syllable out. We're
Spring
safe.
hoggers.
Alright, so upcoming is Gear Him.
Alright, this is gonna be hard. Nice.
you
Well done.
Did it.
Alright.
H.
Can't do it that fast.
So the puzzles for the boss keys all start in the same orientation. You just have to remember how to move your wrist.
Cool.
So Gear and him coming up. Hopefully we don't die.
I bet the hardest one is the Ancient Sister.
I'll just need some quiet for this fight. He control us.
Pray for no darts.
So yeah, no darts. That's basically just RNG.
Knives.
And he will one hit kill us at this point. Except for darts do one hit. Alright, don't jump back. Good. Yeah, that's first phase.
Nice.
Yummy.
Alright, he's gonna warp away right away, most likely. Okay.
Nice.
Look at my side.
Run.
Yeah.
Boys.
Send that JoJo man back to his universe.
Garahim.
Get him. And my stando. Demise. I guess demise is standard would be Girahim. Namae wa demise. Ore no stando.
Anyone know what that is?
Girahim.
That's no.
It's an A flat.
Is that the bow?
That's perfect pitch.
No, I just figured it out one time.
Isn't it faster to skip the container?
It is, but I'm not going to do that.
I think it was an E flat.
Did I fall into an area I can't escape?
Alright,
So
so first dungeon down.
it might. Because I can't get out.
Chippy, Chappy, Wappy. You know, magic, the magic material that is all shiny. Never explained. It, like, that material that changes to be all shiny once you Skyward Strike it is across the entire game. And it is never, it's not important. It's never explained what it is. It's the goddess cubes, it's these things, everything. Never. It's just like, damn.
Alright,
it's
so
magic.
we're gonna be making our way to Elden
Yep.
now. I'm gonna do a save word because I don't want to progress anymore right now.
Can anyone see, did I get the time from somebody?
About 40 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Wait, what's this?
My pop.
Alright.
20 minutes then?
Okay, so
the
It
actual
looks
time?
like it's the thing I'm supposed
No,
to
no,
be able
no.
to interact with,
Alright.
but
Yeah.
alright,
Because
so
I'm aiming for optimum sugar.
so right here we're gonna do back in time again. This is the third file that we copied over earlier. So in this game you don't take void out damage, so we actually have to fall on that tiny little part of the tree there.
I could have sworn you did.
You only take fall damage, so you don't take any damage when you void out. Kind of stupid, kind of like Majora's Mask. So
why?
I know, kind of dumb. So we gotta do two back in time sequences back to back here. The first one, we want to get the Elden Pillar onto our second file, which will be very important for certain things coming up in a minute. And to do that, first we knock on the tree to open the gate, bit magic, but then we collect that rupee with file 1, which will allow us to place the amber tablet in the goddess statue. And you're going to notice right here the door is shut right now. We are going to load our file 2, and it'll open. So that's the proof that that's what it does.
There's some weird lore implications in Skyloft now that I think about it.
And so right there I just did a bit save on file 2, and also kind of stole some flags from file 3. I sort of loaded file 3 and then saved on file 2 there. That basically just loaded the state into our file for back in time. And now we're going to come into the goddess statue with file 3 here. And we're going to go place the Amber Tablet. And this is normally what you do to spawn the Elden Pillar. We're doing it
Hey,
in back in time.
2020. Bad year. 2025. Hopeful.
Alright.
That's why I'm not.
So we're gonna, and this cutscene here, we need to select or start our file at a certain part of this cutscene. It's a little bit tricky, but hopefully we get it. Alright, so if we get it, I should be able to see up and see a red, no it's not there, shoot. So we're gonna just restart. So I messed it up. So I think I was a little bit early there. So,
Oh. Not a thing that not useful for this, but oh cool. Another weird thing I've noticed. Occasionally it'll.
So you can
let-
just retry.
yeah,
but anyways.
yeah.
Why am I not able to do input on this side? Cool. Great. Input
There
is
must be
not
another
working.
human settlement in the sky.
Yeah.
Because there's only 7 parents and there's like
But yeah,
12
you
children.
can hit on the boomerang.
Alright,
Oh,
so
nice. That's
unfortunate
really
thing
handy.
right there, but
Yeah.
so we
And it
lost a
bounces
few
back.
minutes, but
Great.
not a big deal.
That seems useful. I wonder if that affects the damage output.
Alright, so when it comes, so you may have noticed, I mentioned that I'm hoping to get around the hour 50 mark, and you notice that my estimate's 210, you know, it's a pretty big difference. I think originally I had it at 215 actually, and that's because every back in time sequence usually takes like multiple minutes to do, and if you mess them up then you have to do them again, and it takes another few minutes. So every trick in this game takes a lot of time, like several minutes. A lot of them are very in depth, so you can't. It's hard to predict, you know, what kind of run you're gonna get, because it's very easy to mess up little things that'll end up costing a lot of time. And fortunately, that's what happened there. But only this is one of the, you know, this one's not too bad. I've not made to press A that early, but not a big deal.
I just closed out the save and restarted it. I guess I know.
So
how
we'll
to
try
do
this
that.
again here.
Oh, I'm sure there's something.
Alright, so hopefully, I just gotta wait a little bit longer in the cutscene this time, and hopefully we'll get it.
That one is working.
Yep, working hard.
Oh boy.
Alright, so if I can just wait just a touch longer.
Let's go.
Alright. That might have been early again. Maybe. We got it, alright.
Hey. Oh, it doesn't even look red from this distance.
Okay, so that was a reverse bit magic to get the Elven Pillar onto our second file. And that's very important because of what we're about to introduce here. So, we're going to do back in time again, and our file 2 is almost set in order to allow us to actually fly in the sky without crashing the game, which is a very tedious, it's very picky. All the little things you've been seeing me do have been helping me to arrange memory in a way where file 2 is going to be set in a way where it will not crash when entering the
Okay, well,
sky.
so I figured out
So what I need to
exactly
do
why
here-
I specifically missed
The last step, we need to just do a bit
ability
save in
that,
file 2 down here, and we're going to be able to go into the sky during that time.
Oh. Yeah, that's
What?
probably it.
Yes,
And
but that
this will
seems
open
like
up a
weird
lot of
game design
doors,
to let it be so easy to miss
In
it.
back in time, reverse bit magics,
And to just get
and
stuck there.
many other things.
Actually,
Specifically, the fact
There's
that
one
it lets
wire.
you fall
There's like
into
one
an area where
piece under this. It's
like
way
there's
more
only
solid
one
than
enemy
the other.
down there.
Yeah.
So if you beat him,
Blech.
then
yeah, you'd have to
My
reset.
precious
Yeah.
Bootata.
Interesting.
Your money maker.
Not really.
Alright, so Right there, we're able to load file 2. We'll be able to go into the sky with no problems. And the Elden Pillar's in the distance. You're going to notice another thing that's going to pop up on the screen in just a moment here. Some text is up. So we are currently in the Loftwind tutorial. I told you we'd be back here. So, the Loftwind tutorial normally has bounds to it. You can't travel through the whole sky like you normally can. But the Elden Pillar is technically within the bounds, it's just not normally there yet. So we can actually barely make it to the Elden Pillar and get down to the surface during back in time. And because we're in the Loftwind tutorial, it thinks we're falling for the first time. So you're going to notice that it's not going to look like we're falling into Elden. So we're going to have to do a little bit more work to get to Elden.
Link is actually crashing like a meteor and burning this entire forest to the ground, which is why it becomes a volcano.
So we're loading file 2 here, and that... So if you remember from the very beginning of the run, I talked to that one guy. That was so I could load file 2, and this log will be done. That's all that he was useful for.
Thanks, Fledge. You were a log. You were as effective as a log.
Yep. So right here, I'm going to do something known as a reverse bit warp. So we did regular bit warping before, where we took elements from back in time and applied them to our file. Or what am I talking about? Reverse bit magic. Where we took our coordinates from back in time and applied them to a file. And what we're going to do here is we're going to save our coordinates on file 1. And we're going to load those.
Regular clothes
And we're going to load those coordinates into the Elden map.
Oh, right, because you're in the Loftwing tutorial. That's why you're back in regular clothes.
Yeah, yeah.
Basically, this is all a lot of real complicated chicanery.
Alright, so over here, we're going to want to start our first file at a certain point, and hopefully we will be at a pretty interesting location when we get done with this.
I like interesting locations.
So coming up right here. Alright, so if all is well, we should
I'm sorry.
have a pretty interesting spawn point. Very good.
I don't think I enough to know what time it is.
Mountain Dew time, Josh?
Yeah.
I feel
Alright.
clever.
So, that was a reverse bit warp. So we took our coordinates from file 1, where we saved during back in time and Farron, and we applied that to the Elden map, which took us to this out of bounds area. So we could basically climb the entire volcano summit without
it's basically
much
just
trouble. We don't need to
very
get any of the digging nets and go all the way up or whatever. We could just take this route. It's pretty tricky though. This climb is actually really scary.
make it so that it goes through them.
So yeah, this part here is kind of scary. Okay. And then this part is really scary. So I actually need to wait for my stamina to be all the way back for this.
First time I've had 2 Mountain Dews in a day in like years.
Think you can handle it?
That might be too much power.
So
Do the do.
we barely got to the top here. And now we gotta keep going, and there's gonna be a couple more tricky things in this climb. And so right here, because it's so steep, it's actually faster to just keep running normally. It's actually slower to dash unless you need to dash like right here.
Don't worry, Joe. I can tell you where the key fragments are.
And so right here. Hopefully. Good.
Ooh.
And then we're going to do a little bit of a slide down. And then we're just going to go around. And here we are at the Earth Temple. That's what we're going to do again, everybody.
Back to the Future.
So, we normally, Josh mentioned we need some key shards. I don't really remember where those all are. Actually, I do. But,
We call it a key. It's really a gear.
anyway, we're going to do a reverse bit magic in order to open this door. So, we've seen a lot of reverse bit magics that have done exactly what they look like they should accomplish. We got the Goddess Sword, we got the Elden Pillar onto our map, onto our second file. This is where we're going to introduce not story-based flags. So basically have been messing with story flags. This is going to be a permanent flag we're going to be messing with here. Oh shoot! I gotta retry. So for these, we can actually take their memory and apply them to other locations. For this one in particular, we actually don't want to get off the splash screen for a short time, meaning like we don't want to load any files. Not a big time loss at all, just like 30 seconds. And we can take the, we can trigger certain events in back in time and apply them to our file to do totally different things on our file in memory. So this time, don't load any files. So in order to actually move quickly, oh my gosh, shut up. We're gonna actually use the Wii Motion Plus tutorial prompt in order to press A. We'll be using that a couple times just so we can actually press A and dash. And then over here we can select the
It
file.
carries over your A press. That's
Yeah, yeah.
so stupid.
So I'm getting kind of tired. I don't know about you.
Is it nap
It
time?
is nap time, I think.
Oh,
So I think we're gonna take a little nap.
You good?
yeah, I'm good. I'm good. I didn't say it.
It's well
Yeah.
rested.
Way to hold it in, Josh.
It's pretty hip happening, my Julio dog bro.
Okay,
My
that might
home,
be.
my
that might-
home sliced bread slice.
That might be worse.
All right, Josh. All right. So this back in time, we need to be at night because we need to open up the.
J.
We need to open up the thing that opens up to Betrot's place.
Oh, do we get to see it?
We do,
West Bachelor.
Oh, nice.
but not right now. So right there, I pushed that.
Horrific
It started the
monster.
file, and then it triggered the cutscene, and now it should give me access to the Earth Temple. So we should just be. We'll just be in the Earth Temple now. So that is an example of a reverse fit magic where we take one item from memory and apply that same memory address to the Elden map, which in turn will give us access to the Earth Temple.
You know, now that I think about it, there are elephants in this, on the statue in this temple. There's never been an elephant in a Zelda game. I don't think elephants exist. Oh shit, it's almost time for the greatest man in existence. Oh yeah, look at him go.
You upgrade the beetle too?
No,
You don't want the speed beetle?
that's the final use of the beetle. So
Speedle.
This beetle's not done.
Bertrand B. Beetle? Damn, imagine having chains coming out of your nose that hold your mouth open.
Look out for the Lizalfos.
all right, so there's a Lizalfos here. He's pretty friendly. Yeah.
Now, some of you may remember from the Sonic 06 run,
Yeah!
way back up, perhaps the first run of this event.
Woo!
Ball.
There it is, the bowl.
Ball.
You don't see it very much in this run.
Yo.
Hey, be careful, don't take your wooden shield out here.
I won't take it out. You remember that?
Of course I remember you have a wooden shield.
Who could forget? Oh, Joe's babe.
You have a shield, what am I just supposed to forget that you got it?
Alright, so we're gonna do another reverse bit magic here. This one is going to set. Hey, this one's going to set the flag in the Earth Temple for the stairs leading to the final section of the dungeon to already be up. So this one saves a lot of time. You don't have to take the whole detour around the whole dungeon like you normally have to. And again, we don't want to get the splash screen for this one. We're using the tutorial prompt once again. And to get up to this area, you can actually just void out, and it'll actually spawn you up there. Up on this ledge here. And so this right here is the normal, is trying to do the cutscene of the guy telling you like, be more safe out there or whatever he says. To when you fall during Skyleap or in Skylab normally. So that's the reason we can do back in time. Otherwise you just endlessly fall and it would be a useless glitch.
Like Wind Waker until Kian gets it.
Alright, so right here we're going to set the flag in back in time of talking to this guy. 1 second.
Might be a longer run than Kingdom Hearts 2 though.
4.
Just start calling any
And that should work. So I had to
any
do. I had
glitch back in
to
time.
set a certain text box there. And the stairs aren't up right now. I promise they will be. But we're gonna go get the bombs first.
Stairs. Huh?
And these guys are my favorite new new Zelda creatures.
No proof that they have legs.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, they're diglets.
These
The
things-
other
That's it. That's all.
the other half of every Mogma is a Diglett.
But as for like unique creatures to Skyward Sword, I think those ones are so funny.
I feel like you see their legs at some point.
And what?
I feel like you see their
Oh,
legs.
yep, shit, one of them gets hung by chains.
Oh yeah, you're hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, proof that one of them has legs.
Okay. Well,
That doesn't prove the rest of them do.
Yeah.
all right.
That could be sexual dimorphism. One of them has
so we
one.
got a little mini boss fight here. We can start this early
Lizard.
by hitting one of them with the slingshot seed.
Is this Ocarina of Time?
I know, right? So right here, you can actually hit one of them with a slingshot, and it'll start the fight early.
Brutal.
Damn, if only they wore 2 really big gauntlets, they'd be invincible.
Pretty good fight. So not only does it save time, there's no cutscene. They also separate when you hit one of them, which makes the fight a lot easier because when they're together, it's pretty difficult. And we also can't take a hit or we'll die at this point. So.
There's no dark nuts in this game.
Nope.
They
So we got
haven't-
got
Oh,
bomb
they
there.
probably... Did dark nuts appear in Link Between Worlds?
Glad you got a total of 0 bombs.
We will get 5 bombs in a moment.
5 bombs.
Well, this is technically the first Zelda game, so maybe they haven't been made yet. Dark Nuts.
Yeah, I guess there's not a lot of, like, armor.
Alright, so in order to,
I'm just thinking, like, if they don't appear in Link Between Worlds, then they haven't shown up in, like, a ton of games, because they're not in Breath of the Wild
yeah,
either.
maybe. So in order to actually set that reverse bit magic flag into memory, that one that was meant to set the flag with the stair speed up, we actually need to die. So this is the first time we're actually going to just die and not do back in time.
Don't touch the console.
We're just doing a death warp.
Don't touch the
I
console.
have lost a few runs. If you do back in time, you lose like 5 minutes. I've lost some
Yeah.
runs before. So the stairs are up. We are good.
Nice.
And so we can head to the
Get
final part of the dungeon here.
I just gotta start saying tight instead.
Alright.
Instead of the...
So these steep slopes here, this first one we do pretty much
Hey,
normally.
shame if something fell. Oh no.
But for the second one, we can do a pretty cool trick for it.
Oh no. Oh no.
So for the second one, it gives you a full layer of rocks the first time, so we just kind of have to allow that to happen. Or we're gonna just hide in this corner. And then we're gonna...
Hey.
So right there, you can basically continue to restart your stamina, which allows you to have the ability to climb the steep slope for a longer period of time.
Damn, that dragon's barfing a lot of lava.
And now
If only we had a neat and funky and rollable rock to shove up its mouth.
So once again, boss key pretty close to the boss room for a lot of Skyward Sword dungeons, right here. And
There's 2 out of 2 dungeons where it's within the same room.
How many dungeons are you actually completing? Joe?
you know,
I don't, actually.
so we gotta escape now. So let's just say we technically beat 3.
Wow. A funky and rollable rock. How convenient. I hope it doesn't turn into like an egg full of lava or anything.
Alright, so Skuldera is the next fight we have here. Hello. It's pretty much just King Dodongo on steroids, for the most part, to be honest. It's a pretty easy fight, but it's hard to do fast, because we want to get we basically want to get double Skyward Strike hits on his eye. That will do a lot more damage. And because of the Skyward Strike we have in Hero Mode, it'll do a ton of damage. So if we can get double Skyward Strike hits, it'll end the fight a lot quicker. So that's the goal for this fight. And to do that, you have to get a certain distance away from the eye. But the fight itself is pretty easy.
Hey, look, it's the funky and rollable rock.
The boulder.
I'm gonna stock up on bombs here.
It's a rock.
How it is just to ride these babies for miles. First crab pizza is the pizza. Why did he just randomly chain Zelda in this room? Man, I hope that dragon doesn't vomit up a rock.
Alright, here's our friend again. We don't have to
He's so fashionable.
We don't have to fight him right now. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's too good for you.
He's going to send out an easier boss than him.
Wait a sec. Did we skip the cutscene where he goes,
Yes. Yes. we
Damn
did.
it.
That was right before you fight him the first time.
iconic?
Yes.
Oh no, my funky and rollable rock!
Alright, so after we hit him with this one, we're going to try to get 2 Skyward Strike hits. There's one. Awfully close. Into second phase, good.
I wonder what he's gonna do at the top of that slope.
Yeah, I wonder, maybe we should go to the side.
I never could
everybody.
have seen that coming. What an unpredictable beast. Actually, what the fuck is this? How is a ball of lava sentient and why does it have an eye?
So unfortunately I missed the Skyward Strike there, the first one, so it might take an extra cycle or 2 here. You know?
You know, they missed a big opportunity by not having a Skyward Strike spin attack do like a massive radial burst.
Nice. You ever do the Skyward Strike jab thing? Stab him. You mess with
I personally, there is a few areas where it's optimal. I'm just bad at the strat. There is a strat to do it for the last Girahim fight, but I'm not very good at it, so I usually don't.
Gotcha. Wow, that's a bad joke.
Do you just think of one, or?
Well, they wanted to be more inclusive, so now it's Gira they.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, see, it's not funny. I had to remark to myself that it wasn't funny.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna stock up on bombs here.
I can't help it, I have a
Oh,
constant.
Sean's here. Sean said, "Way to go, guys."
Sean!
Sean!
Hey!
Oh, how's it going, man?
Hey! That's pretty
I
tight.
showed him the live stream when I got home.
Yeah, shiny boy.
He wants to do 2K, which is a basketball game.
Speedrun 2K.
Well,
Which one?
I don't know.
My career? How do you
Alright.
speedrun my career? Okay,
So-
NBA 2K20.
yeah.
Just keep them.
So we're
the
coming
play
into-
now is at 4 minutes. My career prelude,
Alright.
1 hour 32 minutes. 50 points, 7 minutes.
Alright, sounds good, Josh.
Blacktop.
So we're coming into the final section of the run, kind of here.
No one's done the
Um,
WNBA.
So we're
mode.
about to go to Laneru, and this is where all of the crazy stuff is going to happen. More crazy than what we've been seeing so far. So we've seen some pretty interesting back in time stuff, but this is going to be pretty interesting. So the goal on Waneru is to basically set all the flags needed in order to get to the past, and then we'll do one more reverse fit magic that's going to allow us to get from Hylia's temple to Hylia's realm. And so to do that, we'll be needing to do a lot of back in time sequences.
Okay.
We're at mining facility. Actually, a pretty neat dungeon.
Yeah, keep
We
that.
can
You gonna do the
no, we-
pumpkin soup quest?
We will beat the mining facility actually.
Oh,
So you want to go get some pumpkin soup?
No.
I thought the pumpkin soup. Pumpkin. Gosh darn. I thought the mining facility was the one you skipped.
No, we beat it.
You skipped sand ship then?
Yep, we skipped Sanction.
Okay.
Dude, you gotta speedrun.
Sand ship's super cool.
Eventually.
Give the guy whoever
I'll get
thought
to
that would.
practice
I
making it.
wonder.
Alright.
I wonder if the developers of this game were like still paying attention to it when they found these tricks, and they're like, "Oh shit!
Yeah.
Would you look at that?"
Do you have to start thought now, Joe?
or,
No.
No. Okay.
or the other one.
So look at this
We don't
nice
have
tablet
any-
we're going to place in here.
Beautiful.
We don't have any nice fabric that smells like Zelda.
Because the sequel isn't out yet.
So a little bit of a break here, just getting to Waneru from the craziness.
Oh no.
That game is so cool to speedrun. It's super hard to.
You have to do weird stuff to go down this one as well,
No, this one we're just going to
or nice. That's tight.
It's pretty bonkers.
Nope. I'm saying tight instead now.
It's pretty tight.
Pretty tight, yo.
It's lit, fam.
Okay, no, stop.
Yeah.
Radical, dude.
Radical.
Tubular.
Totally tubular, my man. Bruh, it's radical.
Alright,
Shredded a
so,
gnarly 180, bro.
alright, Josh.
Okay.
So, first step to get when we're down to Waneru is getting the harp. That's needed in order to make the game not crash in a few sections. We just need it for learning some of the goddess and a few other really unfortunate uses. It's just needed to beat the game.
Yeah.
So to get the harp, we have to beat the mining facility. So that'll be the first goal once we get down here.
Wait. Is my facility boss Scorpion?
Yes.
Huh. Oh, right, because it shows up during the sand ship visit to Waneru. That's why I thought it was a later. I'm like, what is the boss of the mining facility? It can't be a robot. There's only one robot in this game. I think these robots should have come back.
Yeah.
I like them. Especially the one with
Yeah,
the funny
actually,
captain's
I
hat.
didn't really like the robots either.
Do they even have a name?
I don't know. Anyway, we're about to do back in time here. This back in time is really, really scary because in a normal run, if I do mess this one up, the run is dead. Like there is actually no way to continue. If I mess this up, I have a save file on my laptop at this point, so we'll be fine. But hopefully we don't mess it up. It's an easy reverse fit magic. I shouldn't mess it up, but if I do, I have a backup on my computer quick. Hopefully it doesn't come to
This
that.
back up. Falls back down.
So,
Do not jinx it.
No, just for the animation. For the death animation.
okay, so for this one,
Like, he's on his back. He gives up a little.
This one we're
and then
going to do a
he
reverse
just
fit
flies
magic to
off.
set the flag for a certain bird statue to be already active on
Oh,
the
so you can
map.
descend to it.
And yeah, so we can send to it. That should be fine. So right here, we're going to just do this quick so we can get off. And now we don't want to load any files for a bit here. And so we're gonna go down to our buddy Batro. You guys remember him?
Yeah,
He's a very scary.
Batro absolutely fucks.
He's
Love
very,
that
very
person.
scary. Hopefully, he might spook you guys. I hope he doesn't.
I'm
spook you.
unfrightenable.
Oh, I don't know.
He's adorable.
I don't know.
I'm unfrightenable. I cannot be frightened.
All right, so we you may have noticed.
Oh Jesus!
So you may have noticed that right when I entered into Back in Time, that I loaded File 3. File 3 was what allowed me to get down to Patrol. What we just did was we copied file 1 to file 3. We no longer have that ability, so we have one shot at this.
It's Drago.
Drago!
Yup.
Right, so I need to go through a bunch of text here, and I need to trigger a certain text box onto my file here.
Dude, he makes Courage the Cowardly Dog noises.
There's a rupee you probably didn't know about.
Hey, I did not.
So, in order to set these reverse bit magics into memory, we have to create some sort of scene flag change. And so right there I revealed that rupee. So hopefully, if this worked, I hope it did, we will see 2 options to fall to when we do a little Yui here.
With a hard fucking Yui, my guy.
It's kind of like turning a sailboat sometimes. So hopefully, fingers crossed that we have 2 options to fall to. We should have one on the top. Very good. Okay.
Nice. Run, not irreparably fucked.
We're about 113.
Okay. So I told Josh that we were going to beat the Lanera mining facility, and
I was gonna ask, but then you started talking about something that could really
so
screw the run over.
We're gonna go beat it right now. This is the exit to it.
I was wondering exactly how much of it you beat.
We just beat it.
Nice.
So we got the harp. All right.
I guess.
So we just got the harp. So that's the first task done.
Gotta skip a really.
And so we're gonna try to skip this cutscene here with the pack flute.
A badass line from Link.
Got it.
Am I late?
Yeah, suck it, Impo.
Alright, so do it back in time here.
I hope I don't grow to respect you and then treat you as a beloved character when I meet you long after you serve an important duty.
Back in time here is actually really precise. We only have 2 frames to do it in this certain location. So hopefully we got it. Good. So we're going to do a bit warp here. Onto file 1, we're going to use the same setup we did in the Skyview Temple. And so right now my files are a little bit weird. So my file 1 is saved right at the start of Lanera. File 3 is right after getting the harp. And so we're going to be doing a bit warp with file 1, which is right at the start of Lanera, like I said. So, come on. So this is going to take us to a pretty interesting location here that you probably all remember.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
My favorite.
So this is also
Raffle
outside.
lot.
Hello. So some reason Skyward Sword has these giant areas of out of bounds with collision, fully, for it feels like miles. So we could use this in order to get to the final area of Lanera at the end of the minecart escort. So the minecart escort is something, it's a very tedious, really stupid thing that takes forever. We want to complete that right now because we want to eventually heal the Thunder Dragon, and we want to heal the Thunder Dragon so that we can actually access the boss rush minigame that you can do. So all of that needs to start with completing the minecart escort. So we need to get to the end of the minecart escort in order to do this. Whoops, quite far enough.
Ah, yes. The fire dragon, the water dragon, the thunder dragon. The 3 main elements, as we all learned from playing Card Foo in Club Penguin.
Yeah.
And so
that's the shit I
right
miss,
down
man.
here, we can just come down. And I'm gonna grab a couple safety bombs here. I probably won't need them, but just to be safe, I'm gonna grab them. And so the big overall goal right now, like I mentioned, is accessing the boss rush minigame with the Thunder Dragon. So there's a few steps we need to do in order to get to that. And the first
all this dust we can't clean up. We have some kind of infinite windbag.
Yeah, and the first step to do that is completing the minecart escort. So right in the middle there is where the final destination of the minecart. So first thing we gotta do is do a reverse bit magic in order to set the flag that the minecart escort has already started. So that's gonna be the first step to this. There's gonna be several back in times back to back here.
Back to back to back in time?
I know, right?
Gotta get back to back in.
It's a bibbit.
So this one's going to be a little bit nostalgic, I'd say, this back in time sequence here.
Why is that?
You'll find out.
Hey now, you're an all-star.
It's gonna open up Twilight Princess.
It's one of those memory things. We start playing Super Mario in Pokemon Red.
Yes.
A little known fact that about half of Skyward Sword's file content is actually just the entirety of Twilight Princess.
So you said you don't get to do the Silent Realms.
The Silent Realms are actually super cool, and I think they were a huge upgrade to Twilight's. Like, Silent Realms are so fun. No, they're unfortunately not in the speedrun, but I love the Silent Realms. I think they're actually super cool.
I hate it.
Start of a trend of things being called Guardian and Legend of Zelda just being bad.
You don't like stealth
Alright,
missions?
so
It's not a stealth mission as it is a
Yeah.
a resource management mission.
yeah.
There's no stealthing. They hunt you down and murder you.
Yeah. So right here, we're loading file 2 into Farron, because we're falling for the first time once again. We're going to Farron and back in time. So file 2 is going to load us into layer 0 in Farron, which is something you never should be able to access normally. So watch carefully on the left side of the screen here. You're going to see a log at the top, and now it's on the ground. So that is what's actually happening when I load it right away. But and you're going to see no Decubombas here. It's kind of weird because of layer 0. Normally you never should access this. But we need to be able to be at a layer of Farron where we can actually access a certain event that you guys are going to like, I think. And we got to go all the way through this forest without getting off the splash
Is
screen.
it the one that
So we got to push this thing using the Wii Motion Plus the whole time.
use the Wii Motion Plus to climb it?
Well, the tutorial prompt, whatever. We're using the Motion Plus the whole run, I think.
Yeah, you have to have it plugged in to play. It doesn't work otherwise. It won't
No,
let you-
no, I was, yeah. Alright, so right here it's kind of tricky. And then over here, we get to see our friend again. Remember this?
That's my favorite character.
You know, I just
My
realized that the
friends.
white stuff is their hair.
Alright, so right here we're going to use this text box here and load it onto our first file. Very good. And now we need to create once again a scene flag change. And so what we're going to do is blow up this rock over here. Oh. Okay.
I think that was in the hyperreal.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember things. Oh.
Why'd you choose that?
I don't know, I thought it was a cool action scene. Dude, you think I put much thought into it?
Yeah, I was kind of like, okay. Pretty cool.
Alright, so we're doing back in time again. We're going to do the final bit warp of the run. We're going to once again, it'll be the same setup once again as the one from the previous two.
Friends are who you are.
How much bits does it take?
What?
How much bits does it take to work?
I don't know.
Let's make that donations happen, guys.
All right.
Come on.
Set our goal.
Alright, so once again.
Interestingly, bit magic and bit warps probably take more than one bit, because I think all the flag values are actually like
Yeah.
2-digit numbers.
Yeah.
We can do it.
Alright,
Which
so
is
once
at
again, taking
least-
coordinates from back in time, applying to our file. Once again, this is the layer 3 area.
Is at least 2 bytes.
So this is another area. Looks pretty similar, but it's not the same. And so what we're going to be able to do here is in that previous reverse bit magic where we set the flag of talking to the Kikwi into memory on our first file, that set the flag of the minecart escort already started. So we can now hit the final checkpoint of the minecart escort and basically trigger it to do the final section, which is very good because we don't have nearly enough items to complete that. You normally need like the claw shot, the bow, and everything. And right here, I have to do the dumbest thing in the entire run. I hate this
Oh
one.
yeah, I remember watching you do this for like an hour.
3 hours.
No, so this jump right here is very precise. And it has a very good setup though, so hopefully. So you get the void out, and then hopefully we should get a jump right up, hopefully.
Oh man, we had a
okay.
Sean Rogers in the
So
chat.
we'll just try again
Yeah.
here.
We already talked about it.
Alright,
Chris is behind the times.
Oh, man.
very.
That took 3 hours.
So
I remember tuning in for that stream.
Yeah. Alright. So we can now take this all the way to the end of the minecart, and we're going to do a cool thing known as a brake slide through the sand to actually be able to trigger the final checkpoint of the minecart.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't bring it up when we were in Elden. Joe, did you want to do your Smiter ratings again while we were in Elden?
I'm good right now, I think.
Yeah,
Thanks.
let's get
So right here, we're going to run through the sand.
I've revised
Open
my
up the-
PBS tier list, by the
open
way.
up the
Ruffman
menu,
was
and then we'll
God
slide
tier.
there.
I just didn't
Oh, yeah.
And
remember
that
it.
should be enough to be able to get. That should be close enough. So when we reload here, we should have the minecart. Very good.
Nice.
Mine diamonds.
So so the brake slide thing there, basically you just get some speed by dashing through the sand, and then you go to the menu and then hold Z and just outside the dead zone on your control stick, and you'll kind of maintain that speed for a longer period of time, and then you can kind of resets the ability to run through the sand so you can go a lot farther. And right there is a pretty precise bomb throw. And we got it first try, which is good.
precision.
Yeah, that's weird.
So
That
that's
doesn't look like it should be intended.
It is
to do
not.
the
Normally, you take the beetle around and get a bomb.
Oh,
But we don't
right,
have the-
you have the hook. You have
we
the
don't
hook
have-
beetle by this point.
Yeah. Plus, that's faster anyway.
Rip beetle.
And now we just get to wait. How's everyone doing? We're just gonna wait for the minecart.
Do we got enough time for a selfie?
Selfie?
If you want to take a selfie quick, you can come up here.
Oh, do it.
Okay.
Oh no, it's detecting someone else's hand. Oh, we're flashing. Okay. I didn't realize the flash.
Okay. Almost there. All right.
Okay.
Here we go. Perfect. All right.
Oh, my ear's terrible.
The minecart's in its final spot now. We can now save, and we're gonna do the hardest back in time sequence on the run here. This one's a big one.
Oh man.
Can we get some preemptive claps?
Alright, so most of these reverse bit magics you've seen so far have been things that are pretty simple to trigger in back in time, such as text boxes or pushing things or things like that. They've been pretty simple tasks for the most part. Now we're going to do something that's really, really annoying. So, the flag that we want to set in back in time is the learning the harp with Impa. Doing the harp tutorial, completing that. So we need to set the flag that we've completed the harp tutorial. That is a flag that's very annoying to set because it involves playing the harp. So, and not only, I mean, the harp already is pretty bad in general, but so we have to select our file, start our file at a certain point of playing the harp, which is pretty tricky. You have to listen to it for a certain note. And what that's going to trigger is a certain phi text in Lanayru that should only be activated if the Thunder Dragon is already healed. So by activating it, the Thunder Dragon will be healed and we'll have access to the boss rush minigame, which is the whole goal of Lanayru, is getting to that point. So hopefully we get this, and not only is this a difficult back in time sequence, it's a quite lengthy one too. It takes about 4 minutes to get to the final part of it. So if I do mess it up, it's quite a costly time loss. So
Yeah,
that's
but
where
it's not run dead.
No, it's not run dead, obviously, but hopefully we'll be good.
Blake says the big one.
Ah, yes, the big one.
It's coming up.
Alright, so we get to talk to our buddy Bruce. That is one benefit of this back in time sequence. So over here,
Pompadour and Skyward.
we will load our file 3 into this area, and Bruce is going to be down here waiting to talk to us.
Bruce.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Alright, so right here I'm going to start the copying process. So I have file 3 still loaded. I'm going to start copying file 1, and I'm going to decline while I enter load into file 3. And now right here I want to keep this splash screen on for just a moment until Bruce yells. So if I were to just get off the splash screen and load the files right away, you can actually just freely run through and this cutscene would not play. We're going to take advantage of being able to do that later, but right now we want this tutorial with info, with the harp or whatever. So this is where it all happens. We need to select our file at a certain point of playing the harp. There's going to be a certain pitch I'm listening for, and then I will complete it as it's fading out. It's pretty tricky.
Probably a good time for everyone to not say anything.
Yes,
period.
I do need to listen to the harp a lot. But yeah, we got a few text boxes to get through here. Here we go. Alright, if 5 comes up right away, we got it. Let's go! Alright.
Yeah, we love 5.
Alright,
Taking
so
advantage.
that is the only time we want to see fire the entire run, because that
Ouch.
will, I know, right? Will set a trigger for the Thunder Dragon being healed, and now we can access the boss rush minigame. Time to talk about this, because this was the whole goal of coming here to Linaire. So
Chunky Krungo.
the boss rush minigame is not only something to access way later in the game, and since we're on hero mode, we can fight any of the bosses.
Oh, the Master
But
Shield.
what's going to happen is we're going to go into the imprisoned 1 fight. And what the game is going to try to do, because it's going to assume we've gotten to a certain point in the game at this point. So this is an overworld fight, so it's going to unset certain flags that we normally had set, like having the Grusinator there and stuff like that. And then it's going to reset those flags after the fight, even though we never set them in the first place, after just completing the fight. So all we need to do here is complete the fight, which means we don't have to beat the boss at all. So we can just take a bow now and say bye. So
Fight completed.
the fight is completed. Now it's going to reset the flags that we never set onto our file of the Ancient Cistern and the Fire Sanctuary being completed onto our file. So now we can go into the Imprisoned 2 fight without crashing the game.
You have to beat this one.
No.
Specific reason you talk to him from right there?
No, I just talk to him from wherever I press A and he starts talking.
Preferred position of speech.
I do like being down there, it's kind of funny.
Now, is it a glow up from the dragons from here to Breath of the Wild, or is it the opposite?
So right here, we will once again be dying, and the game at this point is going to assume that we've beaten the Imprisoned 2. So ironically, by dying to the Imprisoned 2, it's going to set the flag on our file that we've beaten the Imprisoned 2. So we're just gonna let him stomp on us a few times.
Oh yes, step on me, Daddy.
Yeah.
Okay, have you seen what he really looks like?
Alright. So
It's a
that
respectable
is
choice.
that is the end of the linear segment of the run. We have all the flags we need. We're gonna go down to Farron now. We have just a little bit more of this game left.
It's the coolest we're gonna get the coolest finishing blow in any Zelda game. Agreed.
Alright.
You know, unless they could, script the final one in Twilight Princess be a helm splitter.
Yeah.
What?
If only.
That's in Wind Waker. That's in Wind Waker. Wind Waker hits him. Wind Waker's engine's pretty good.
Yes.
Alright, so we're heading over to Farron, and we're pretty close to the end of the run.
Donuts.
So the last two things that we need to do,
It'd be a moderately okay kind of peak.
if you want to.
Yeah, if Josiah wants to, you can.
The last two big things we need to set are, we need to have the gate of time be up and open, and then we need to have the door from Hylia's Temple to Hylia's Realm to be open. That'll give us access to the end of the game. So this bird statue that we activated like 15 minutes into the run is now going to be getting its only use.
I think you forgot to get the Master Sword.
I'll get it. I'll get it in a little bit. I beat the Fire Sixer and the Imprisoned 2, so I can get the Master.
But when will you get the wooden shield?
Don't talk about it. Anyway, so we're going to do back in time here again. So we have two more back in time sequences in the run here. The first one is going to be raising and opening the gate of time. Thankfully, we can do both of these in one back in time sequence. So both of these take place on Farron, so kind of the same typical thing. Load file to get down, fly down to Farron. Same ordeal for that, for this first one. For this one, a little bit different. So a lot of the reverse bit magics have been using really weird things and in memory to apply to different memory flags. This one's going to be using a story flag once again. So for raising and opening the gate of time, that is a story flag. It's not something you can just arbitrarily set into memory. So we do have to actually go down to Farron. And with the files that we have at our disposal on our 3 files, we can raise and open the gate of time, no problem.
Triple J.
So back down to Farron for hopefully the penultimate time. Got surround sound, I hear a bird.
Yeah.
Immersive.
Do you say Farron or Faron?
I say Farron so that Josh doesn't smack me.
Have I died on that hill before?
No, I'm just joking. I bounce between Farron and Farron.
I'll clap you upside the head if that's what you want. my friend. I live to please.
No. Alright, so
Pleases
for this one, we're going to
No.
be once again going to the same Groose cutscene that we went to last time.
Oh damn.
So we get to watch that one out behind the temple little cutscene again. So we get to hear Groose noises again, which are always fun.
Ha!
I don't think you hear it in this. No, you don't hear it in this cutscene. No.
There he
And
is.
then we're gonna load file 2 this time. And then this the sequence inside the Seal Temple is kind of tricky, so hopefully I get it.
Screen's shaking just a little bit.
Alright, so I'm going to be loading into the Seal Temple here with no files loaded. And then we want to get up the splash screen right away here. so that we don't go in the harp tutorial again, because I don't want to go back there. Oh. Alright, and then over here we're going to be doing a bit save out of file 1. And steal some flags from file 2.
Does it actually matter which file, like...
Yes. And then
No,
because of bit magic, we can run in here and get the Ballad of the Goddess. And so we got the Ballad of the Goddess, which will trigger the Gate of Time raising cutscene. And now we can go, and because of the flags we have in file 1, once again, we can come over here and actually slash down the Gate of Time. And I gotta be really slow here. And start my file, then slash the Gate of Time, so it should be fully active. It is, very good.
And by doesn't matter, I don't mean like what file you're putting to where. I mean, does it matter if you were to start on file 3 or file
Yes,
2?
that does matter.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have to do everything in exactly like file 1, file 3, file 2, file 3.
Yeah, it depends on it depends on the bit save. Yeah. That does matter though, yes.
I'm like, what if someone just wanted to do a totally innovative run where they start their run on file 3 instead? And then they save their corrupted into file 1.
Oh, that's what you mean. No, that doesn't matter. I thought you
Oh.
meant like for the bit saves. Sorry.
You know, I understand that all
Yeah,
the
yeah.
data
No,
is
no,
formatted.
that-
I'm just
that's
like, does it
not
matter
the-
what slot it's in?
No.
I guess that's what I meant. I
No,
should
no,
have
no.
said slot,
Yeah, no,
not
that's
save.
not it. So this is the last back in time sequence of the run. Hopefully, as long as we don't mess it up.
Oh man, we're not doing the sliding puzzle dungeon.
Nope.
Damn.
No Skykeep.
Actually, a very cool dungeon.
Skykeep's okay. So this back in time sequence, we gotta do a little bit of setup before we go down to Farron for the final time. We gotta do one last bit save up here. I'm going to this because otherwise the gate will close. So we're gonna kind of steal some flags from file 1 and save over file 2 here. And now file 2 is set for us to do this final reverse bit magic. So the Gate of Time is up, we have access to the past, but we can't actually go to the final section of the game. So, in order to do that, we need access to the Hylia's realm part in the past or whatever. So, we need to do a reverse bit magic here. This one's pretty easy to set actually. This flag we need to set in back in time is the doors of Lake Floria opening, which is the cutscene basically, which is a pretty easy flag to set actually. And it does a pretty massive effect, saving about 75 minutes.
Whoa. We got time.
Yeah, we got that.
We don't.
Oh boy.
Is the screen getting strong?
What's that?
Is that
It goes down during cutscenes, yeah.
I was really confused.
Your computer's all red.
Alright. So, hopefully... Stop! I need to hear.
Joe, do you have like ultimate nightlight filtering on your laptop?
Can you just shut the lid on it
Sure.
so I don't have to worry about it?
Yeah.
So right here...
I would have needed that in hours. Call him logged off.
Alright, so the lock's already here, hopefully. And we're going to go into here with file 2, and this is where the cutscene is that we need to trigger. Alright, so start our file, then the cutscene plays, so it should be good. So we won't know quite yet, but we should be set for this run now. I'm going to double check the door before I save. I'm going to do a little safety save, but I'm going to double check that the door is open. But we kind of do need the match to run next out, so we should probably let's talk to Info.
What a distinctive hairstyle. I wonder if we know anyone else with that hairstyle.
Nope.
Yeah, probably not. That'd be a nice spot for somebody to sit and just like hang out.
All right, so we got the
They would be
master,
old.
and now if all is well, I'm going to go up to the door quick. We should be able to open it. I'm not going to open it yet because I'm going to do a couple things. Very good. I'm going to first sit down take a little breather.
Hey, Master Sword.
We have the master now. I'm gonna do a save.
Yeah, of course.
Our sword is elongated.
And now we just skipped a lot of the game. Here we go. And now, I mentioned at the very beginning of the run that this is actually needed to be played on hero mode, and this is why. This cutscene will just soft lock, but thankfully we're on hero mode, so we can press 2 and skip the soft lock. So here we go. It's
Advanced
here we go. So this is pretty much the
Is it
most intense
showtime?
part of the run, so I definitely need to focus during this. This is very hard stuff. So we get to pretty much just be like a running back. Here the goblins
Football.
there. Yeah, football.
Touchdown.
So for the first group here, we gotta kill the. Oh, they're in a bad spot. Oh, are you serious? Alright, that was bad. Unfortunately, we took a hit there, but it's alright. Alright, so up here, I'm going to try something known as Horde Skip. If I miss it, it's not at the end of the world, but hopefully we get it. I'm going to try to run up the shield over here of this moblin. Yes!
Yeah, boy.
Alright.
Shield.
Just skipped a full 360 rotation.
Alright, so that skips the fight with the blue overpowered Bokoblin. Alright. Alright, so right here I gotta fight the 2 Stalfos. I'm gonna take it safe here. Oh,
Ocean. Yes.
I love when he runs and does it.
Forgot there are dedicated archers in this game.
okay, we're
Nice.
pretty safe.
You made it.
Not
So-
safe, not safe yet.
It's not safe yet. Looks kind of ominous. Bully.
Alright. Also, this is not Zelda over here. This is not Zelda.
It's Hylia.
Who is it?
So you can use the little dowser for Zelda, and it clearly is not Zelda.
Hey guys, we're back in Twilight Princess. It's sumo time.
Sumo time. So this is the one thing that Skyward Sword did better when it comes to gameplay, was the sumo wrestling. Sumo wrestling is much better in this game.
Yeah, you can hit him with a sword this time.
So it was about 2 minutes ago in this sequence that someone joined Joe's stream. Was like, guys, have you got good gameplay tips for Skyward Sword?
Yeah, I remember.
Like, yeah, we're at the end of the game. What?
Yeah, they really? Yeah, that happened one time. Alright.
Just some guy showed up because
He
he
was
was like,
hoping for a regular playthrough.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
yeah. He's like, wow, how'd you get to the end so fast? Like, I understand the concept of speedrunning, but and, like, I tried to help in the chat because Joe was focusing on stuff,
Yeah.
but it's like, there's only so much I can tell you, bud. And here's where we find out Girahim was in fact.
So why does he turn like that?
Well, you'll find out. It's just crazy. It's actually
Alright,
a really
so
cool moment in my
now he's
opinion.
gonna take up the little bitty sword, and we're gonna fight him. So for this, we gotta just knock it out of his hand here.
The only reason I want to play like the Legend of Zelda tabletop RPG is because I think they added this as a playable race.
They have a tabletop?
It's a fan-made one.
Oh, okay. They added swords.
All right, get ready.
Yeah, the Sword Spirits.
Get ready, everybody.
So some of his colors.
Alright, he's
Gerudo
gonna get
highly
the classic
involved.
line here. You wretched
fool! Big sword! Because the little swords worked out so well for you. This looks like a good opportunity for a Skyward Sword.
Alright.
Nice.
So I have something. I'm wondering if you guys think I should do this or not. I have this blindfold in my pocket here.
Oh,
Do you
No.
guys think I should put it on?
do it!
Do you guys think I should put it on?
Fucking do it.
Oh, I don't know. I accidentally pressed no because I was pulling it out of my pocket.
Are you
I'm
wearing
kind of
glasses
scared.
right now?
I'm a little bit scared. I don't know. What do you guys think I should?
Fucking do it.
You think I should? Well, let's see. Caleb, can you turn up the volume a couple notches, please? You can use the remote right so you. Alright, we'll see. I will give this a few attempts here. I hope I'm
It's only
not.
gonna
Alright,
take one.
let's all talk over the game audio.
Alright, here we go. Just sound. I will need complete silence. Time will be coming up. This part's a lot harder. Oh, did he not let me back? Shoot. Give it a couple more tries.
Yeah, he had one more charge in him.
Do you want to?
Yeah, we'll give it a few more tries. I think we'll do maybe 3 or 4 attempts. Oh, he got my shield. That's good. Okay, I'm actually going to decline because I'm going to save so that in case he breaks my shield, I can actually fight. So I'm going to decline and save quick.
That's fair. Oh yeah, the shield durability carried over? That sucks.
No way.
Alright.
Attempt 2.
that first phase is so satisfying.
Just watch him and be cool.
Oh.
No, you're good.
Did he break the shield?
Shield
Yeah,
broke.
yeah.
What's the point?
We're gonna
Okay,
try
okay,
this.
gotcha.
Don't worry about it.
Does it? Okay.
No, I already saved, so I'm good.
Shield went down to like 1/10 durability.
Oh gosh. This is intense.
If I don't get it a few more tries, I will use my vision, but that's kind of lame. I've already committed, so
Well, you know,
it'd be kind of
just a
lame.
little lame. Number 3.
I'm like,
Face the wrong way.
ah,
That's so dangerous.
shit. Dang.
It's hard to know what to do when it's hard to like adjust when he gets lightning
Yes.
when you don't see.
Alright.
Alright, we'll give it a couple more tries. I really want to get this.
We're at 152.
Oh, that's fine. We're way underestimate, so we're fine.
Yes, for sure.
For some reason, I'm not getting my. I wasn't getting a Skyward Strike in that third one. I might not have been pointing out high enough. Quite sure.
Number 4.
Why does he get.
Yeah, Joe, so you were angled just slightly right.
Was I?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, sometimes it almost points back a little too.
Okay.
Oh my god. This is so good.
Yeah,
So
it's
when
hard.
are we getting the full run blindfolded?
No!
Has anyone done it?
It'd be kind of hard to, like, go through
Yes.
a menu with the
Oh.
Wii remote. With the,
They did it with Punch It.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But it's very important to go through it
It's
correctly.
a little less complicated.
Yes.
Right, here we go. I had lightning, didn't I?
Yeah,
you
At
did.
the very, I just backed with two. Yeah.
Too soon.
It's hard. Alright, couple more tries.
It's impressive enough first phase.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, now you're making it look easy. After that, you've done it so many times.
The parry timing is way more generous than you'd think it would be.
Yeah.
Very time is pretty easy.
It's almost like a rhythm.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Cadence of Hyrule.
Alright, attempt 6, right? I
Yes,
think?
number 6.
Alright.
Lucky 6.
hitting me. Was I
He
not?
got lightning and then he was just standing there. He was
I
just
wanted him to hit me because I was.
he was just standing there menacingly.
That was so stupid. I wanted him to hit me. I like thought I wasn't close enough to him because I'm like, wait, he should be like right in front of me probably.
That one looked really good though. Like up to the very end.
Yeah. What do we have for time now?
1:57:30.
Hey, one more lucky 7.
Let's see. We'll give it one more shot, otherwise we'll
Lucky 7, lucky 7.
reveal the vision.
We got this.
You'll take your limiter off for it.
Hello. Did he hit my shield?
Nope.
Are you kidding?
Ah, you had it. Ah, that was the most hopeful one yet.
You're getting there. You're getting closer.
We'll reveal the vision to keep the marathon.
All right, curb stomp the man.
We get sub 2 hour. We're at 1:59. Not 18.
I mean, we would if I would have.
Just turbo combo 0 to death.
I was hoping to pull it off. I haven't done it in the past few days, but I was at around like 30 to 40% success rate, which I thought might be good enough to show it.
It's real close. I feel like you were just one cycle off on that.
I was the closest I got.
Well, he does fake you out on the first kill.
Yeah.
Doesn't he? So 2 cycles.
Mine's looking like Drago.
Yeah, Drago. Dude, this is my favorite Ganondorf model.
Drago's really instinctive with it. The hair, it's on fire.
No, I just love everything about this model.
Just flex them.
Just flexing. And I mean, this is probably one of the coolest things ever. I mean, he just bandies his sword about. Stab!
Yes.
Really?
Okay, well that sucks. I did not mean to hit my
But
shield.
Joe, what you saw there, when you got the lightning and he charged, that's what was getting you like every time.
What's that?
Is he was hitting you with the charge the second you got the lightning.
I was a little. I would have been fine, but he accidentally hit my stupid shield. So.
Alright, so we're gonna get sub 2. We're at 201 right now.
No, we're not.
Imagine being like the demon lord, getting embarrassed by this dude wearing a cobbled together wooden shield. Like, you've got a massive sword made out of an ancient spirit.
I'm using the shield more than the sword in the first place. Maybe not.
I'll count.
Don't count. Maybe. Really?
sometimes because of the rush hits at the end. Wait, can you just skip the finishing blow? Coolest! Boom! I didn't realize you don't have to trigger the fake out. You can just ignore it.
Yeah, because
Huh.
well, if I would have just used my vision right away, it would have been around a 151.
Run
I
complete.
decided to give it a few tries. Didn't get it, but other than that, this is actually a really good run. The only major mistake was really that one back in time sequence with the Elven Pillar toward the beginning of the run.
He's about to create a game franchise.
But yeah, I know, dude. But other than that, obviously, Demise only took a bunch of tries because of the stupid blindfold. I wanted to show it off.
Is this
but-
the only game where Link and Ganon have sword fought? Like properly had a sword fight?
Twilight
Twilight
Princess.
Princess.
Right. Yep.
And
Link
Wind
Waker.
Waker.
Wind Waker, yeah.
I always forget about Wind Waker.
And I guess. Yeah.
I don't count Beast Ganon. I don't count Big Ganon.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Ocarina of Time,
Yeah, yeah.
because that's not really. That's not a duel. Okay, so he's dueled a couple times.
In Wind Waker, it's freaking metal because
I know.
Link stabs it through his forehead.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right
That boy.
there. Damn, it's like he's cursing a generation of bloodlines.
Don't hit me right here, future Link.
Alright.
Okay. Good run, guys.
Sorry, I keep saying Ganon. It's Demise.
Nice. Okay. So we got some an interview to do, and possibly one more cool.
What's the
video.
surprise thing though?
Oh, just wait.
Do we want to do the interview first?
Yes, we do.
Okay, for sure.
Okay,
Let's do the interview
Josiah,
first.
would you be absolutely kind and direct me or provide me water? Because I will die if I don't have water in my run.
Okay.
It's